Okay, I decided I'm just going to. I've already disputed this, but I want to dispute this another way. Since people are getting strikes and their channels taken down, we really need to look at what's a mandate and what's a recommendation, and doctors. Yeah, and advice of doctors. So let's start this journey and this dispute. You can dispute with me if you want. Okay, the third leading cause of death in the U.S. And this is CNBC, okay? The third leading cause of death in U.S. most doctors don't want you to know about. A recent Johns Hopkins study claims more than 250,000 people in the U.S. die every year from medical errors. Other reports claim the numbers to be as high as 440,000. Medical errors are the third leading cause of death after heart disease and cancer. Advocates are fighting back, pushing for greater legislation for patient safety. Okay? Okay. All right, now let's look at something else here. Recommendation. What is a recommendation? A suggestion or a proposal as to the best course of action, especially one put forward by an authoritative body. The action of recommending something or someone. Okay? That's what a recommendation is, just so you know. Let's see. A mandate. An official order or commission to do something. A mandate to seek the release of political prisoners. The authority to carry out a policy or course of action regarded as given by the electorate to a candidate or party that is victorious in an election. See? Give someone authority to act in a certain way. Historical, it means assign territory under a mandate of League of Nations. Now, let's look at something else here. There's a code of ethics that I think people need to read. You understand? This is about social workers, but it's about us all. About being cultural competence. Does that mean wiping out each other's culture? No. We are supposed to understand and recognize the strengths that exist in all cultures. Social workers should demonstrate knowledge that guides practice in clients of various cultures and be able to demonstrate skills in the provision of culturally informed services that empower marginalized individuals and groups. Social workers must take action against oppression, racism, discrimination, and inequalities and acknowledge personal privilege. Now, I am a social worker, and I'm on here and I'm trying to explain to people that they really need to think about what they're doing. And when YouTube is striking videos like they are for us trying to talk to each other and give out information, I'm a mandated reporter. You understand? And so are you. That means that it is your job to inform other people when you think there's a problem. And I think there's a problem here. There's a problem here of you guys not wanting us to talk to each other. And YouTube, you know what? You could be liable. I just want you to know. Whether you think you're going to be liable now, whether you think you have enough money that you don't care, you're going to be liable. You will face your actions And you will be known as the ones who continued this massive panic over, I don't even know what. I don't know what y'all panicking about. Oh, 800,000 people are dead from opioid overdose. That's kind of concerning to me. Is it to you, YouTube? Or that those were doctors? Yeah, the Sacklers made that poison, and they pushed it. Yeah, they pushed it. And you know what their recommendations were? When they pushed all this through Congress, I mean, they pretty much paid them, and they wrote the legislation. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? And now what's happened? It's so bad. The this is the United States Department of Justice, are suing these doctors because they said they believed that opioids were non-addictive, non-habit-forming. Huh, who would have known? The doctors believed them. The patients believed them. And now a whole bunch of people are dead. And look at this. Look, I want you to see this. Criminal resolution. These are doctors. So we need to be really careful about which doctors you're listening to and which legislation you're listening to. Do you understand? Now do you see YouTube? Now you go watch that video, because I've sent that video off to Disabled and Advocacy too. They have lawyers there. They don't cost you nothing. They don't like you starting shit with social workers, and especially disabled social workers. We kind of got more clout. Yeah, that's right, because I am seeing a problem here, and you better watch which videos you're taking down, because if you are misinforming the public, you're going to pay for it. Do you understand? All of this should be up for discussion at this point. I haven't seen anything else. Have you? There is not one place here in town. In Roswell, New Mexico, you can come down here. I'll take videos if you want. They're not asking for us to stay away from each other. People are working here. So I don't even know what you're talking about. But see, we're not allowed to report on that, right? Why? Because of what? Because of what? No. You better think about what you're doing, because it's serious. All of this is very serious, and people can get hurt. And you know, you need to know which doctors you're talking about. And at this point, I don't care. You need to step aside and let people explore and discover what is going on. And you're either with it or you're not. You're either a part of it or you're not. And everybody has a chance. So, it's up to you. You know, we can all make other channels anyways. And there's DTube and a whole bunch of other entities are coming up. Matter of fact, my son had the most brilliant idea. He said, you know, they need to make one that's like a Facebook and a YouTube together, and we'll all just go over there. How's that?